thank you for joining us this afternoon. At this time, will everyone please stand for the graduation processional? Please be seated. I am now honored to present our president, Dr. Dennis Gallen.
Thank you, Ed. And good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, way to go. It is so good to be able to have the good fortune to be able to stand here to welcome you to this event honoring our students today. The graduates, you represent what we get up each and every morning planning to do everything that we can to be sure that you will reach this point in your academic pursuits. And you've made it. We are proud of you. You are everything that we could imagine in a completer for this institution. And so we want to commend you. You are looking good. And I am convinced that all of the individuals who are sitting here on this stage and others in the audience know what you may be thinking at this point. In other words, you're thinking about the party that you're going to have afterwards. But I'm going to bypass that. As president of this institution, it is an honor for me to have the pleasure of congratulating our graduates for all of your accomplishments and recognize the family members and friends and supporters who have supported you in your academic pursuits. And for the members of the audience, for those of you who recognize the flags that were brought in by the members of the graduating class, you know, those flags represent the diversity, part of the diversity which makes Palm Beach Community College, State College, such a rewarding place to work. The diversity is so rewarding to be able to walk the hallways and hear all of the different dialects, and that's what makes it rewarding. So those individuals, they brought in their flags and they represent the company, the countries that they are from. At this time, it is my honor to present to you the Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management, who will come forward and give the invocation for this program at this time. Dr. Barbados, will you come forward at this time?
If everyone could stand and remain standing for the national anthem, but first we'll do the invocation. Standing before us today is the fall graduating class of 2014. These individuals are poised to become faithful ambassadors of Palm Beach State College. They fulfilled the vision of the District Board of Trustees. They satisfied the mission of the institution's administrators. They reflect the patient and insightful instruction of the faculty. They symbolize the quality and support provided by the college's dedicated staff. And they are monuments to the sacrificial support of family and friends whose steadfast encouragement kept their goals and objectives in focus. The graduating class of 2014 will no longer stand in lines of the campus bookstores. They will no longer join the race to find parking spaces on crowded campuses. They will no longer negotiate enrollment in another closed class. Can I get an amen? Amen. They've submitted their final writing assignment, successfully solved their final algebraic problem, and completed their capstone experience. Let us celebrate the achievements, degrees, certificates, and honors of our students. May our gratitude on this day carry us forward to create a world marked by peace, justice, and compassion beyond measure. So let us hail the fall 2014 graduating class of Palm Beach State College.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the whole of the brave, home of the brave.
Okay, you may be seated. Thank you so very much to our students and our music faculty. Thank you for contributing to the success of this program. Let's give our students and faculty a round of applause. What a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. At this time, it gives me the great pleasure to introduce a person who represents one of the key elements to cause Palm Beach State College to be able to provide quality education and training to this great community. You know, it takes a lot of moving parts to cause this institution to be able to operate. And one of the groups that will be represented next would be a group of individuals who are appointed by the governor of the state of Florida to make policy for this institution. And today we are honored to have Chairman of the District Board of Trustees here with us today, who would give some remarks and then introduce the other members of the Board of Trustees. Mr. John Dowell, will you come forward, please?
Thanks, Dr. Gallen. Dr. Gallen, I think this group, these graduates just kept getting be a better looking group than the next every year, every year. Congratulations, graduates. I'm honored to be the chair of the Board of Trustees this year. With me up on stage is Trustee Bill Berger, and also your student trustee, Patricia Medina. And I'd like to just recognize a couple of groups here today and an individual. First of all, I'd like all of the graduates to stand up, if you would. And graduates, look around you, because out on the sides here, there's a ton of friends and family that are here to see you walk across this stage today. They have been supporting you throughout these years in your endeavors. They have had your back when you needed it. They've been there when you've been struggling through those late night testing sessions, and just been your friends and supporters throughout the years. And graduates, what I'd like you to do is give them all a round of applause, because they really deserve it. All right, thanks. You can sit down now. The second recognition I'd like to make today is to the leader of your college, which is Dr. Dennis Gallen. I know he hates when I do this, and I do it every time, the last couple of sessions that we've had, because if all of you don't know, or most of you do know, Dr. Gallen, after 17 years, has finally decided to retire from Palm Beach State College. And you know, he has set the tone. He's brought this college to the state that it is right now. It's one of the top colleges in the country, turning out some great graduates, as you guys all know. And he really has been the engine that has set the tone in assisting the faculty to do great things here. And so I'd like everybody to give him a round of applause, because he deserves it. I was going to make him do jumping jacks up on stage, but he wouldn't do it. So I don't have time to talk too much, but I wanted to just impart a little bit of a thought that I had in looking back to my graduation from college 30 some odd years ago. I know I don't look that old, but and you know, I think that one of the most important things that I brought out of my college career and my early years was a solid group of friends. And I left college with a group of real good friends that what we did was we stayed in touch. And every year for the past 30 some odd years, I've gotten together with this group of friends, and it's 5 or 6 individuals, and sometimes one doesn't make it and sometimes another doesn't make it. But we always have stayed in touch, and those friends have been with me. I look back at throughout the years in my business career, and they've been the ones that have helped me the most. They've been the ones that have supported me the most. They have been the ones there for me emotionally, in good times and in bad. And so if I could impart anything on you, I mean, look around you, look at the people sitting next to you, the people that you've been in school with for the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, depending how long you've been at this. And those are the people that, if I can impart anything on you, keep in touch with them and follow their careers, and they'll follow yours, and you'll be scattered throughout the United States, but you'll really always have those people to look forward to staying up with, and that can help you throughout your life. And with that, I'm going to say again, congratulations. You guys did it. You deserve it. And enjoy the day.
Thank you, John, for those inspiring words to our graduates. And now gives me a distinct honor to have the opportunity to also say a few words to our graduates. This is the second program for today, and you may know that we had another one this morning, and with the total of this group and the group this morning, there was a total of about 2,600 students who applied for and met the qualification to graduate. You're part of a large group of individuals who've experienced success at this institution. And so I just wanted you to know that we have been successful in that regard. And you are the reason that we come to this place every day, as I've indicated before. And so let me just say that today is a big day. And I really do believe that I can speak for everyone in this building when I say to you that we are proud of you for all of your special achievements, and that this is indeed a special moment. And so to Mr. Dowd, the members of the District Board of Trustees, and our distinguished faculty, administration, and all of the proud parents who helped you to get to where you are today. You also have the supportive faculty members and friends who are here. But you, the members of this fall 2014 graduating class, we want to know that we are very, very proud of you and all of the individuals who are here. Mrs. Dowd just gave the opportunity for you to stand to be recognized. One of the things that I would like to do at this time is to let's see if we can take the roof off of this building by making the loudest noise that we can. And I'm going to ask the members who are with you, your parents, your friends, your relatives, who are on the outer borders of this body here. I would like for those groups, including those that are sitting here on the stage, to stand with me and let's give our graduates the loudest round of applause possible to express our desire and our elation at all that you've achieved. Will you stand, please, and let's give our graduates one big round of applause. Very good. Thank you, graduates. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. Very good. Graduates, okay, we start the noise. Okay. Here we go. Graduates, I am profoundly grateful that you've afforded Palm Beach State College the opportunity to be a part of your personal and professional development. I'm proud of you for many reasons, but I'm particularly proud of you for your academic accomplishments here at the college. Today, some of you will be completing a certificate or a diploma. Some of you will be completing an associate degree, and some of you will be completing your baccalaureate degree. Take note that regardless of the program of study that you are completing here today, there is nothing small or insignificant about what you have accomplished. You are well on your way to having those skill sets, that would allow you to move to that escalator of economic success in our community. For that reason, I think that today and this hour is a time for celebration. While you were enrolled, I hope that you took full advantage of all of the opportunities afforded you to develop your talents to their fullest potential. And as you leave, I hope that you would carry with you lasting memories and experiences that you've had with your professors and your fellow classmates. I hope that you have established a lifetime relationship that you would be able to call upon not only for your personal, but your professional endeavors for years to come. Graduates, as I was outlining this last opportunity to speak to you, I really was challenged because I knew that it was going to be challenging for me to try to come up with something to say to you, just as I've had the challenge of previous graduating classes. And so not only is it challenging to say something relevant as you move forward in this very dynamic world of ours, it is also challenging to say something memorable. And I say that because I'm looking back on my own experiences. I'm aware that graduates are challenged to remember the remarks made by their commencement speaker. And so I will consider this a success if you will just remember one comment, piece of information that I share with you today. And I'm only going to share with you just 4 concepts. And so you need to think and be sure to register your one very fast. The first thing that I would say to you is that the world is changing dramatically, and your success in life is going to depend on your ability to change. Perhaps most of you cannot remember or even imagine a world without the internet, the smartphone, Googling, blogging, tweeting, and other social media. Most of these technologies did not exist just a few years ago. Look around you and at all of the ways technology has changed our lives. The acceleration of technological progress is unmatched in our history, and it is not going to slow down. Technology has contributed to the fact that some of what you have been taught here may have already be reaching its shelf life in our world, or it will do so very soon. And I can see that some of you now sitting there saying, I have not even finished paying for my college experiences yet, and you're going to tell me that part of what I've learned had reached its shelf life. But let me just say to you, before you get all excited and begin thinking about going back and writing a letter to Mr. Becker and Dr. Barbados saying you want a refund, let me say to you that you should take great comfort that not everything that we have taught you has changed. The knowledge and skills that you have learned here at Palm Beach State College, like critical thinking, problem solving, communication, both oral and written, and teamwork, are just as critical today as they were 20, 30 years ago. And those skills will serve you well into the future. I'm sure that you know that very well. But regardless of your career choice, these skill sets are just the start of what you will need to be successful going forward. Going forward, to stand out and really make a difference in this fast-paced world, you will have to have and be willing to change. And in some cases, you just may have to be that change agent. Second, the grading scale for life is much different than the one that you experience to complete your college degree. There is no grading on the curve. As a faculty member, usually students would walk up and say, do you grade on the curve? And I would say, no, I don't grade on the curve. But there are no A, B, C, Ds to grade your work later on in life. Let's think about this just for a second. To complete your college degree, the college laid out the requirements for you. You registered for the courses. You completed the requirements identified by your professor, and you earned some kind of a grade. Wow. You know, I don't want to diminish that, because not everyone can even do that. Not everyone even have access to get, to go through that experience. And so I don't want to minimize your accomplishment by the fact that saying that you only completed a degree. Let me tell you, you are smart. You are awesome. But your success at completing your degree was determined by you meeting or exceeding expectation laid out for you. After college, you will have to think and act differently. You're no longer meeting or exceeding expectations. Matter of fact, there are no expectations. That because there is no pathway laid out for you to be judged. You now have a degree in hand which provides you with many options. However, notwithstanding that degree, as in cases before you, many graduates still have some anxiety about what that next step will be. And so my advice to you is, as you complete that degree, now that you have it, I'll ask you to look within yourself to find something that you have convictions about, and then go for it. Because when you love what you do, you're more motivated, you are more committed, you are more resilient, because those are the habits that you create for yourself. See, on the other hand, if you do what you think is expected of you, you will always have look into some external source to tell you what to do next, because that is the habit that you have developed. And I hate to share with you that in some cases you may be standing there waiting on that voice and it never comes, and you are there almost like frozen in life and not knowing, what to do next. And so what I'm suggesting, class, is don't just be a role player in life. Role playing is good if you are a movie actor and you want to, get a role in a movie, or you're preparing for Broadway. Role playing is not appropriate for living your life. You see, the challenge in life is to build that resume that just doesn't tell a story about what you want to be, but a story about who you want to be. The true story in life is not only about the title that you'd find on your business card or the position that you would hold, but a story about your purpose. Third, use your knowledge for the greater good of humanity. I hope that you will use the knowledge that you've acquired while getting your degree and certificate to do something greater than your thinking of yourself. Be sensitive to the wrongs and injustices of the world. Those injustices are out there for all of us to see. Not only be sensitive to them, but willing to accept the responsibility for correcting those ills of our society. In my opinion, and you may have heard this before, that there are two types of people who live in the world. Those who let things happen and those who make things happen. I hope that you will choose to be the latter. And then fourth, give back to those who are less fortunate. I'm not asking you to take a vow of poverty here because you paid your money, you earned your degree, you stayed up late, you studied, and you put in the work to be able to get your degree. But I am asking you to, as you get those extrinsic rewards, to not only think about what you can buy, but also think about what good you can do. Some of you will go on to become lawyers, but not only represent the powerful, but also find some time to represent the powerless. Some of you will go on to medical school to become doctors, but be sure to help people who live in underserved communities and those who do not have access to healthcare services. Some of you will become entrepreneurs, but don't just think about the money that you can make, but also think about the broader purpose for what your company can do to help you transform your community. You know, I've spoken to quite a few successful business men and women, you know, in my lifetime. And I don't think I've ever spoken to one who said that they started out their business with the idea of just saying, I'm going to make money. Those who've been successful, the most of them, they had a vision. And they had a product or service in mind that they knew that was needed in their community, and as a result of that, they were able to make their businesses profitable. So, in closing, just let me share with you these words. Each of you graduates have something infinitely valuable to offer this world. And I hope that each of you will find something worth supporting in your life, something in which you can do that will truly make a difference to make this world a better place. I also would ask that you keep your family and your friends close to you. In good times, they're there to help celebrate with you. And in the not so good times, they're there to comfort you and to help you feel your way through whatever it is that is challenging you at that time. As you leave, it may feel that you have everything all mapped out. But also, you know that while sitting here today, something can happen that you cannot even imagine. We can only experience the present, what is now, and you cannot draw a straight path to the future. And you have to follow that. And so what you have to do then is be open to all of the opportunities that will occur. Each experience will broaden your skills and your perspectives on life. So just experience them. Fall in love with them. Embrace them. Deal with them. And those are the experiences that will make you unique. Those will be the experiences that will create milestones that will define your life. Congratulations, graduates, for your success with your degree. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce several members of the college's senior administration that's here on the stage. I would ask you to hold your applause until they all have been introduced. The first is Dr. Peter Barbados, who's the Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management. Mr. Richard Becker, who's the Vice President of Administrative and Business Services. And another young lady who has spent some 16 years now at the college as the Vice President of Academic Affairs, and she has the audacity to say that she is retiring. Name is Dr. Sharon Sass. Dr. Sass, are you standing? It's about the first time that we've been on the same page. No. Dr. Holly Bennett, who's the provost of the Belgrade campus. Dr. Bernadette Russell, who's the provost of the Boca Raton campus. Dr. Muriel Vallejo, provost of the Lake Worth campus. Dr. Jean Wibby, provost of the Palm Beach Gardens campus. Sarah Mikowski, executive assistant to the president for college advancement and communication. Mr. Kevin Fernando, the general counsel. Tony Perizzali, who is the chief information officer for the college. Let's give these individuals one big round of applause. Very good. At this time, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce one other group that's in the audience, and these are the faculty. The employee group who work in this institution, who are in the classroom, on the front line, who have contributed most to your success. And I would like at this time for the faculty and the other members of the staff to stand with them while we recognize you. So students, graduates, I know that you're going to lead the cheer here for our graduates. Let's give our faculty, let's give them one big round of applause. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, faculty. Thank you so very much. At this time now, we will have the student remarks. And each semester, we hold an essay contest to give our graduates the opportunity to deliver the graduating message for this commencement program. And we are proud of Barb Howard, who is receiving her Associate in Science degree in Graphic Design for being selected this term. You can read more about Barb in your commencement program. So now, you please join me in welcoming Barb to the podium for the student graduating remarks. Barb.
Welcome to our college commencement, my fellow graduates. Congratulations on your hard work and your success. I bet you wonder, as I do, how I was selected to be your student speaker today. I think they wanted someone with many years of wisdom, and they looked for the student with the earliest date of birth and landed on my name. I may be about 3 times older than many of you. Just a bit about myself. I grew up in the Midwest, went to college in the mid-70s right out of high school. Before completing my junior year, I moved to Alaska, where I lived and worked in Anchorage for more than 21 years. Relocating to Florida was never part of my initial plan, but I landed here with you today in this room, and there begins the rest of my story. We are all beginning a new chapter in our lives today. As we graduates enter 2015, we'll be facing many choices. Hopefully, we will be ready and confident to make those critical career choices. Let me share a quote from Walt Disney's brother, Roy Disney. Roy said, "It's not hard to make decisions once you know what your values are." Don't you agree? It's not hard to make decisions once you know what your values are. Maybe your professors have not emphasized developing your values, or perhaps you were not in a place that it mattered at the time to think about our values. At this time, I want to urge you to pause and think about our values in coming weeks as we go forward in the career field. While we now have the skills and the degree required to land a good job, once we enter the workforce in our career of our choice, and as we find new friends and form new relationships in life, we should be true to our values. We've all established a set of values somehow, some from the influence of your friends and your family, or even a superhero in your life. If you're having trouble coming up with your list, I can offer a short list of values, including self-control, spontaneity, teamwork, fitness, honesty, leadership, risk-taking, and faith, to name a few. Whether you know it or not, we've been working with a set of values for several years. I want us to be aware of exactly who we are and who we want to become. By owning your values, I'm confident we will succeed. I agree with Roy Disney that once you commit to your values, your path to your future will be easier. You'll be making better choices, better decisions, once you establish and conscientiously commit to a set of good values. Next week, when we sit down to draft a job resume, let us pause a moment and consider our own values and choose them carefully. Write them down and tack them on a wall with a Post-it next to your desk. Then revisit them once in a while. Maybe we will tweak our list as time passes. Having and knowing our values will help us make decisions. Owning our values every day in our lives can help us to be better people. Have you gone to a job interview and been asked, what are your values? Are you prepared to answer that question? Because I'm a graphic artist, I think in terms of images. My graphic style is a little retro, so I think of an old leather briefcase with those old style buckles. Maybe you feel more comfortable picturing a backpack. Pack your values inside your favorite backpack or a fancy pocketbook every day. Use your values in making the decisions in the next few months. Use your values when driving on I-95 or at the mall, at the gym, or at the restaurant that you may be going to after this ceremony to celebrate with your family. Don't be the person who forgets to use their values. Be the one who packs their values. On another note, right now, you may feel like you're so done with education and finished with learning and taking exams. Well, I can attest that learning has just begun. You will learn new skills and processes at your new jobs. We will learn about dealing with coworkers and with customers, and with friends and family as time passes. Remember to be open to new learning, as I am. Never stop reading and learning, because there's so much more than our little worlds in Palm Beach County. Commit to being a lifelong learner for greater successes. In closing, I want to encourage you to pack your values with you in 2015 and beyond. Bring them with you to your new jobs, to your new friendships and activities, to your families and children in your lives. Seriously consider them, be firm with them, and own them every day of your lives. Our values will shape our community. Thank you.
Give Barb another big round of applause for what. Thank you, Barb. Thank you for those very inspiring remarks, not only for our graduates, but all the others who are here in this building. Barbara, you come back to the podium. One bit of recognition that we would like to share with you. And this represents the contribution that you made, to make this program, such a success. And if you don't mind, I'll read it to the audience.
Thank you.
It says, Palm Beach State College, Bob J. Howard. Barb, Palm Beach State College presents this award to recognize your contribution as the speaker at the December 19, 2014 commencement ceremony. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Very good. Very good. At this time, we will invite to the podium the College Registrar, and I think all of you know, this is the person who controls your destiny. Most powerful individual in the institution with regard to your being sitting here today. He had to bless it, before you go. Ed Mueller, you're here.
Thank you, Dr. Gallen. Yeah, your transcripts went out this morning. That's right. Okay, I would now like to share some reminders about our ceremony. Please note that the graduates will be announced in the order that they cross the stage rather than alphabetically. We have a special tradition at Palm Beach State College. We allow our staff to present diplomas to immediate family members. Today we have Dr. Cheryl Christensen presenting to her niece, Detrice Stubbs, and Professor Barbara Kaplan presenting to her grandson, Max Bernstein. A professional photographer will be at the platform to take each student's picture as they greet the president. As a courtesy to our students and those around you, we request that our guests remain seated and refrain from moving about to take photographs. We encourage you to celebrate your graduates' accomplishments when their name is called, but quickly end the applause so the next graduate's name could be heard. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the stage party and faculty will recess. Students will not recess and will be dismissed from their seats. Please remain in your places until the recessional has ended. Afterwards, you may greet the graduates on the exhibit hall floor. At this point in the ceremony, I present Dr. Sharon Sass, Vice President of Academic Affairs, and Dr. Dennis Gallen to podium to present the graduating class.
Are we ready to graduate? Okay. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Applied Science degree and the Bachelors of Science in Nursing degree please rise? Please stand. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Bachelor of Applied Science degree and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree for the fall term 2014. They have met all the requirements for these degrees.
As authorized by the Board of Trustees of Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelors of Applied Science, Bachelors of Science, with all of the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Very good. And now you may be seated.
Congratulations. Will the candidates for the Associate in Applied Science degree and the Associate in Science degree please rise? All right. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Associate in Science degree and the Associate in Applied Science degree for the fall term 2014. They have met all the requirements for these degrees.
As authorized by the Board of Trustees of Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the degrees of Associate of Applied Science and Associate in Science with all the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Congratulations. And you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the certificates and diplomas please rise? Mr. President, it's a pleasure to present to you the graduates of the College Credit Certificate, the Applied Technology Diploma, the Advanced Technical Certificate, the Post-Secondary Adult Vocational Certificate, and the Educator Preparation Institute Certificate programs for the fall term 2014. They have met all requirements for these certificates and diplomas.
As authorized by the Board of Trustees of Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the certificate and diploma with all of the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Very good. This time, there you go.
Announcing graduates today will be Dr. Anita Kaplan, Dr. Bernadette Russell, and Dr. Maria Vejo. As a reminder and a courtesy to all graduates, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. Thank you.
Hello. Nicole Mahmood. Mohammed, sorry. Yushinda Pitts. Guiteau Pendol. Orlando Guapo. Stacy Brown. Lorraine Platz. Jennifer Barry.
Did it, Mom? Did it?
Tracy Stewart. Annette Adams Weber. Carol Lesnick. Leslie Rooney. Carmen Lopez. Charlene Juice. Jessica Pardo. Leonel Polanco. Jill Goldsmith. Ruby Hurston. Christy Findora. Andres Valbuena. Angel Baez. Corey Costantino. Mark Gorman. Manuel Tavares. Simone McDonald. Luzmary Rodriguez. Laura Gonzalez. Jose Manrique. Yamel Vasquez. Fabio De Mora. Jennifer Just. Magdalene Spindle. Jessica Hoffman. Kimberly Pearson. Metchela Anivert. Melissa Butler. Equila Dowdle. Amy West. Francia Willette. Petru Rock Convento. Christina Zamboros. Aquanette Tyson Thomas. Max Schreiber. Nathaniel Merritt. Deidre Ann Sokram. Ashley Foy. Doreen Cassetta. Andrew Van Opdorp. Tell me again. Melanie Van Apdorp. James Kolosinski. Kevin Pagan. Carlano Grant. Lisa Walsh. Matiza Munoz. Shay Arroyo Santana. Matthew Portilla. Ashley Wise Bauer. Kelly Ray Murphy. Sean Reardon. Milridge Hopper Jr. Brian Wilt. Stephanie Valencia. Sean Sullivan. Victoria McDuffie. Beverly Samantha Griffiths. Maureen Powell. Carlo Talagrand. Esteban Torres Jr. Chelsea Preston. Marvelous Vina. Lauren Fishbach. Danielle Surich. Ashley Porter. Christina Joyner. Beatrice Stubbs. Trinky Lee. Miriam Farah. Katrina Graham. Joanne Hippolyte. Vina Valdez. Bruno Fernando. Carla Nader. Joseon Kim. Hi. Barb Howard. Katina Weaver. Warren Smith. Paula Dorta. Stephanie Brown. Samantha St. Press. Jasmine Kwan. Paula Cruz. Maria Moncada.
Peterson Danival. Peter Claremont. Magdala Bartolome. Lucia Rodriguez. The real Angelica Reyes. Kristen Ryan. Noelia Mesa Reina. Rebecca Mercedes. Manshakira Young. Phyllis Beckford Smith. Hilya Christina Aurajo Ground. Ana Dos Reyes. Elena Maris. Natalie Hawkins. Diana Montaya. Christine Woody. Elizabeth Hediger. Jennifer Bass. Seferino Orozco. Kayla Fonseca. Madonna Quintana. Jennifer Smith. Jennifer Maldonado. Carol King. Jelena Juranovic. Urania Lopez. Miroslava Fernandez. Crystal Logan. Monica Londono. Janelle Andrade. Elisa Anmirato. Gina Bruckner. Amber Shea Anderson. Vanessa Glinos. Crystal Flores. Daniela Spatoco. Brittany Hutchinson. Michelle Shuri. Andrea Rockley. Rene Cericio. Jennifer Pignon. Hi. Cheryl Tracy. Melissa Darville. Montfort Alexander. Michael Ingraham. Trina McCrae. Denise Robertson. Eddie Ann Coder. Sally Miller. And Andrika Hamilton. Sabrina Ferguson. Alethea Campbell. Matthew Henry. Jamie Arna. Aaron Franklin. Darniel Smith. Maria De Ferrari. Shamara Ingram. Josefina Hernandez. Magdalene Mary Colbert. Alana Rabior. Kyle Kimberly. George Gallego. Renora Bridget. Natasha Duval. Kimberly Cullen. Juan Salguero. Steven Savlovsky. Lisbeth Yakachin. Elizabeth Waldcoter. Grace Louis. Gabby Edward. Sandra Pierre. Taylor Hopkins. Eric Lynch. Laura Garrett. Mauricio Santa Maria. Catherine Wilson. Joshua Brady. Kyle Hunton. Freddie Abrego. Christopher McCullen. Amanda Dahl. Alfredo Aguirre. Kyle Kleinworm. Alisa Patsones. Rebecca Vauvier. Sean Key Burrell. Kyle Gustafson. Brannon Brew. Did I say?
Hello. Galen Batik. Marie Christian. Sandra Segui. Heidi Smith. Karen Budd. Arlene Jimenez. Carla Williams. Christina Bubins. Latanya Davis. Bravo Bardar. Marie Eves Policart. Luz Angelina Jones. Shannon Stockton. John Onisco. Sharianne Thomas. Karina Hernandez. Magenda Julien. Eva DeFoss. Michelle Tier. Samantha Casanova. Danai Fernandez Licea. Nestor Zurita. Angie Analus. Adriana Parchman. Jessica Baez. Stephanie Mollado. Ileidi Hernandez. Gustavo Martinez. Mauro Rodriguez Cabrera. Oscar Maldonado. Nicholas Verolin. Casey Walter. Nathaniel Wilson. Ernesto Pineda. Anessa Edelstein. Sandra Perez. Luz Gastano. It's an L. Shawnee Cornely. Michael Lamagna. Karen Ortiz. Raquel Pulido. Atador Paul. Wilson Smith. Fernando Hernandez. Dustin Carpenter. Jorge Vasquez. Elliot Silva Jr. Maynard Marreos. Vanel Joseph. Rod June. Christina Whelan. Thomas Whelan. Guilherme Bonner. Mia Kirschman. Gregory Daneman. Musa Khalil. Tara Scher. Erica Kaish. Jamie Payano. Johnson Chi. Lenka Frank. Jimena Manchaca. Ola Pierre Louis. Tatiani Leo Oliveira. Ardino Giangulio. Porfirio Pedro. Jose Diaz. Christopher Briseno. George Pasquet. George Pasquet. John Ibanez. Carl Cornell. Renata Almeida. Rylan Schwab. Michelle Orozco. Ana Aguilar. Lauren Farrington. Robert Simmons. Michelle Castellucci. Annie Wang. Paul Delgado. Matthew Grenz. Christopher Escobar. Max Bernstein. Crystal Brown. Shakayla Johnson. Jaime Ballester. Brian Bruzo. Harris Desinor. Brandon Small. Lucas Scuteri. Carlin Sirius. William Legwin. Darrell Phillips. Carolyn Lucien. Brevinson San Luis. Rico Batalien. Alana Afton. Michael Ang. Just Gerard. Michael Gerard. Antonio Small. Moses Deller. Victor Barrera. Blaine Burgess. Jennifer Beckless. Isabel Moreno. Rachel DiBardino. Ashley Ortner. Henry Baker, Jr. Charles Sigeline. Sekou Smart. Jose Rodriguez. Neftali Roa. Brian Torres. Noel Garcia. Raquel Knighton. Sasha Cruz. Monica Garcia. Kelsey Cusera. Ruth Burgos. Johanna Montoya. Jessica Falcon. Eileen Joy Wake. Clarissa Afable. Jeff Morin. Congratulations.
Are we proud of our graduates? Are we proud of our graduates? Is this a happy day? Very good, very good. It really has been a pleasure to have the opportunity to have you as students at Palm Beach State College. And now you're moving on into another category and we still want you to be associated with Palm Beach State College. Because you're at that point now where you're about to go out and begin making a whole lot of money. And we want you to think about us. And so at this point, in other words, you know, when you make that first million, the Board of Trustees would like to be sure that you give us that cut, about 10%, 11.5%. We can negotiate. But anyway, at this point, you're getting ready to stand, and you're going to be inducted into the Palm Beach State College Alumni Association, right? And I cannot think of anyone better to do that than Dr. Ginya Peterson, who is a graduate of this place and has worked for the institution for many years. And so, Dr. Peterson, will you come forward and induct our graduates into the Alumni Association? Will you stand, please, so that we can formally induct you? Dr. Peterson.
Are you excited? Tell me you're excited. All right, it is said that all great things start in garages. Apple Computer started in a garage. The Disney Company started in a garage. Amazon, you spent some money in Amazon this Christmas, this holiday? Google started in a garage. Palm Beach State College started in a garage. Less than 200 yards from where I am standing right now, our first mathematics teacher, Henry Newell, and our first dean, Howell Watkins, started teaching college classes in Mr. Newell's garage. And that house still stands, like I said, less than 200 yards from here in a neighborhood. So all great things start in garages. Maybe you will get the next great invention and you will start it in your garage. And remember what Dr. Gallen said, we get our cut. Okay? So are you ready to take your pledge? It's on the back of your program. Please repeat after me. As a graduate of Palm Beach State College, I commit to continuing to uphold the values of the college as I travel new pathways in my life journey. I pledge to think critically, act responsibly, and ethically. Respect others, and pursue opportunities for personal development and civic engagement. Well, you got it right. Okay, you're officially in the Alumni Association. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. I mean, we were serious about that. Seriously, some of you, for those of you who completed your bachelor's degree, you are sure that you're going to go on to another institution of higher education to pursue your master's and perhaps your doctorate degree. I feel quite confident that those degrees will never be a part of the mission of this institution. I think the bachelor's is the capstone for what the degrees that we will award. But for those of you who are getting your college credit certificate, completing a diploma, or your associate degrees, really, we want you to think about this place after you have graduated into the world of work. Share with your friends and your neighbors about the experiences that you've had here. And certainly, when you decide to further your education, we want you to consider us. And so at this time, it's the end of the program. We're going to ask the Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Manager to come forward and give the benediction. Dr. Barbados, you come forward, please.
All right, let's bring this home so we can head over to the Mellow Yellow Mushroom there and Cheesecake Factory, right? Now go forth into the world as strong leaders, as inspired thinkers, as dedicated citizens and volunteers. Go forth and be successful, Palm Beach State College graduate.